Hi Capricorn, I'm Pam and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for June 2019. This month I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. This recording is for Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Ascendant, and Capricorn Moon. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And at the end of this reading, Capricorn, I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you from this gemstone bag, and like I did last month, and I'm going to tell you what gemstone would be the best stone for your sign to work with and use during the month of June 2019. Now, this time I'm going to do it a little differently. I'm going to read to you from a book I have on gems and crystals first to give you a little idea of the properties of the stone. And then I'm going to psychically read the stone and listen to my guides and tell you the reasons why that stone will be particularly good for you in the month of June. Now, just like with tarot cards, there are book definitions of tarot cards, and the messages my guides give sometimes don't match at all what a book would define the card to mean. It's going to be the same with crystals. The book can say certain things, but why it's going to be specifically good for you is going to be different maybe than what the book is going to say. So I want to give you some information about the properties of the stone. And as I said, I'm going to psychically read it following that. So, all that being said, Capricorn, now on to your June 2019 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have here is the Five of Cups. So this is sadness, loss, and regret. You could have a drinking problem. Somebody connected to you could have a problem with drinking. Sometimes that can come up with the Five of Cups. But usually not all hope is lost, because as you can see in the card, there are two cups that are still upright, even though there are spilled, the wine is spilled from three cups. So not all hope is lost, but you may have some kind of sadness and regret about something. You know, some of you may feel like you did everything you could to save a relationship, could even be a marriage. And it could be even with other things where you did a lot of things for other people. I hear the words filling in the gaps for everybody, but then there may have been some kind of disappointment. So you may have found yourself doing a lot of things for other people, trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, or if maybe it was even a coworker, like they had missing work or they didn't hand things in on time, and maybe you were giving them a break or you were helping them out. And then something with it, even though you put forward all this energy and effort, it didn't work out. So for many of you Capricorns, the first things that come up to me psychically are, it could be about a love relationship or marriage. And then after that, I hear it could be something at your job. But it could be in any situation, because you know, Capricorn, this is a general reading. So you have to see where you feel like you put a lot of energy and effort in, and even though you did all that, it still didn't, you weren't able to fix it, solve it, or it still didn't work out. And you may have even experienced too much interference from other people in certain situations for you. You may even have to talk to government or officials in some way to try to sort something out. It could be legally, it could be something to do with even your property or taxes, or, you know, property lines, or things of that nature. And you may even feel like a little hurt and abandoned by some people in the month of June, or possibly July. But overall, I really feel that this is saying you had high hopes for something to work out and it just didn't. And I do feel that you did put a lot of energy and effort into it. And you know what, Capricorn, honestly, I feel that in some situation here, You see things one way and somebody else is seeing something differently. It could be multiple people seeing it differently than you, but I feel like your perspective and someone or some other's perspectives are not seeing eye to eye. So that's your first card. Now, it could be connected to this Knight of Pentacles, but this Knight of Pentacles could also be you, because this is an earth sign person. This is either Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, sun, moon, or rising sign. So it could be you, it could be somebody else too. Yeah, I feel like there's some kind of things that have gotten mixed up in some kind of mishmash that need to get sorted out. You know, and I do feel you're going through a little bit of an emotional crisis as well, and you may feel overburdened or burdened by your emotions or some things that have been going on. You know, and some of you may just feel overly emotional right now, and you need to talk to somebody to help you sort this out. And it could be counselors, even spiritual counselors, psychics, astrologers. It could be religious people in churches. It could be therapists, or even friends. But I feel like you need to talk to somebody to sort some things out. I feel like you have some suppressed anger. And I feel that some of you Capricorns may be going through the emotions of, why does everything always fall on your shoulders? Some of you Capricorns are going to take a trip. And I feel that you're going to meet somebody important on this trip. For some of you, it could be a new love partner, but for some of you, it could have some interesting connection to work or some business venture or something that you want to do. And I feel like this person could come at you with a lot of different ideas, maybe solutions as well, but I get ideas. This person's like full of ideas. I feel like whoever this is that you're going to talk to, you're going to take a lot of things into consideration, a lot of what he says. I do feel it's a male that's talking to you, but for some of you, it could be a female. And some of you, you may not be taking a trip and you meet this person in another manner. But for some of you, I feel it could be on a trip. Some of you may not be satisfied with your work conditions, and you may need to create a workspace for yourself that works for you, that's best for you. This could be a home office, or maybe you've been working at home and you're like, you know what, this isn't good. I need to create a good workspace, and you're going to rent a space, or, you know, I don't know, or change your work environment where you do work to improve it around you for some reason. Some of you may have some family members that are trying to cut you off or ostracize you from some plans. Now, that's not going to be the case for all of you, but you may find that for some of you Capricorns. And it doesn't mean all of your family's doing it. It could just be one family member in particular, or two. So the next card you have here is the Hanged Man, and this is being in limbo, not moving forward, not moving backward, being in a state of suspended animation and having to draw strongly from your own intuition when the Hanged Man shows up. You know, some of you, even though I do pick up in one card that you may talk to somebody and get advice and whatnot, I do feel that some of you Capricorns may feel in June like you don't want to talk to anybody, or that you would like to isolate yourself, or that you don't want to say too much and get in the mix of something that's going on that's like an upset situation. You may also be feeling like you're the head of the complaint department, because you may be hearing a lot of complaining coming at you from other people, and this could be family members. Again, I get you. You're going to have to understand other people's points of view, Capricorn, because I don't feel like they're seeing things the way you are. And I do feel like it's a good time in June for you to figure out your next move, because I don't feel that it is healthy or good for you to stay in this limbo state. I don't feel that's healthy for you. So you have to, I would advise you to think about your next move in June. Like, start mulling it over, because there is some area of your life, Capricorn, where you are like hanging in limbo. There is something. You know, some of you may be dissatisfied with your job, and you may be feeling like that you need to, even though it may have been really good for you and given you a lot of security, and you've been there so long and all of that, that you hate to leave it. But I feel for some of you, that's what's going to happen. Like, that would be a better move for you. Some of you that are having, like, thinking about your body or body image, and you're older, you may feel like things are dropping and you want things to lift up. So you may get facelifts, boob lifts, butt lifts. I don't know all the things that can be lifted, but I think that's it. But or something of that nature. You know, something like that. Maybe you're thinking about getting cold sculpting, or I don't know, lip injections, lip fillers, something, Capricorn. I feel like you're going to be maybe a little self-critical, or maybe a lot of things are dropping at your waistline. Like, maybe you feel like you need to lose weight. It could be that, but it really feels more to me like lifting things. You want things to be lifted. So the next card you have here is the Strength card, and this is having to access your inner courage and inner strength, having inner courage and inner strength over adversity. It's also the spiritual power over the material world. It can also mean dealing with a Leo, or could have something to do with the month of August, even though this is a June reading. And this can also be taming the savage beast in something. I feel that some of you Capricorns are going to assume a new position of power, and that if some people don't like it, tough. That's what it's like I'm hearing you say that. I do feel like you have to shoulder some blame. I also feel you have to shoulder a lot more responsibility. And I feel that you're moving into a more powerful time. I don't know how else to explain that. And I do feel that you're going to be saying to yourself, I know what I'm doing is right. So if people don't see it that way, or they feel what I'm making a mistake or I'm doing something wrong, you're going to do things your way. And I also feel not only are you entering a time frame, maybe not in June, maybe following June, it could be starting in June, that not only are you shouldering more responsibility, you're like heading into more complicated times. So that's why you're going to need this strength that comes up here. And I feel that it's so weird. Your reading is so mixed to me, because I do feel in some regards you're holding back some things from people that you care about. You don't want them to know everything. So even though I pick up, like earlier on, you're going to talk to some people, these aren't the people. The people I see you talking to would be psychics, astrologers, therapists, spiritual advisors, religious figures, not family and friends. And I do pick up, you may want to isolate yourself or cut yourself off a little bit, or you may feel like people have done that to you. But I also pick up here that there's things that you're holding back information, or there's things you don't want people to know. And maybe that's the case all the time, Capricorn, but it's showing up strongly here for the month of June. If you have to take a placement test for anything, you pass. You pass or you get in. Some of you Capricorns are going to be working around the clock to finish some deadline, some project or something that you have to do. It could be something for school, it could be a business, something for work, or even for your own business, or in some other manner. You may feel like a tried and true relationship has come to a halt, and you may feel like you can't see it clearly anymore. But what is this relationship? I don't know. It could be love. It could be friendship. It could be a family relationship. I'm not sure, Capricorn, because Only you are going to be able to figure that out. Now, your last card here of this reading for June, you have the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles, you want to show up in your reading one way or the other today. Queen of Pentacles could be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or a moon sign. So here's another earth sign person, Capricorn. I do feel you're going to be talking to somebody who's going to hold the door open for you for something. It could be a new job, some kind of new opportunity, maybe some new venture of some sort. I don't know. And that may be what I said earlier, where I see you talking to somebody that's got a lot of ideas. That could be that person, or this could be somebody else. You may have to travel to see this Queen of Pentacles. See, again, they could be the same person, Queen of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in your reading. Because I feel it's important and it's a big deal. So even if you're not, earlier I felt like you were traveling and you were going to meet someone, you may already make the connection before you travel and therefore are traveling to meet with them. So in your reading, I'm going to say I really feel for most of you, the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles is the same person, but for some of you, it's two different people. But for most of you, I do feel it's the same. And they may be asking you really clearly, like, spell things out to me. I hear them saying that to you. Spell things out to me. What is it you really want? What do you want? I feel like they're going to ask you that. It almost feels like a job interview to me for you, because I'm hearing you give bits and pieces of what you've done previously. So I do feel like this is business or work, but it could be, maybe I'm not picking up on, it could be for some other reason that you would be doing that. And maybe it was cloudy for you for a little while, Capricorn, where you were kind of like wandering around, wandering through things, trying to find your way. And now, once you get the thing nailed down that you want to do, you're going to pour all your effort and energy into it. For some of you, this is a new job. For some of you, it's a new venture. For some of you, it could even be a new love relationship, because relationship stuff came up in this reading as well. And I feel for many of you Capricorns, there's some kind of fabulous opportunity that's going to come up for you, but don't blow it. That's what my guides say. I don't feel you are going to blow it, though. And you're not going to get knocked down by anybody. I feel that, it's kind of funny. Don't take this the wrong way. I know lots of Capricorns, many, 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 through my life. I don't know why. Not related to me, but friends and associates and people I've worked with. And I hear you saying, I can't believe how stubborn and controlling some people can be. But I feel you're a little bit that way, Capricorn, but in a good way. So, but I hear you thinking that in June. So now I'm going to pull a gemstone crystal for you, and we'll see what's a good gemstone crystal for you to work with in June. Now, when I say work with, I mean meditate with the stone. You could put it on your third eye chakra, your throat chakra, your heart chakra. You could sleep with it under your pillow, put it in your bra, carry it in your pocket, purse, whatever. Hold it throughout the day in June. What's a good gemstone to be helpful for Capricorn in June 2019? Spirit guides, what's the best? Okay, so you got Unakite. It's a very interesting stone. So it's green, different shades of green, and splashes of pink. So now I'm going to read in a book about this properties of this gemstone, and then I'm going to psychically read it for you. The properties of Unakite are that it's a mixture of epidote and feldspar. The colors of Unakite are moss or olive green and salmon pink or red. The symbolic associations are to the zodiac sign of Scorpio, the planets Mars and Venus, the elements of fire and water, and the guardian angel Theliel, and the heart chakra. Unakite is the stone of rebirthing and for communicating with unborn children, a stone for fathers and mothers to be. It is a joy to work with infidelity rituals and wish magic. In magic, Unakite has become associated with the harmonious union of Mars and Venus and can be given as a token between married couples or long-term partners as a symbol of their union. Sometimes at hand fastings, Wiccan weddings, Unakite is bound with yarrow, an herb of magic. So now I'm going to psychically look at this stone and tune into it and what my guides say why this stone would be good for your sign, Capricorn, in the month of June 2019. It's going to help you vibrate at a higher frequency. It's going to aid in your digestion. It's going to help things move along in your body more quickly, better, more efficiently. It's going to open up your heart to new things, and it also help with your heart. If you have any issues with your heart, but also if your heart has been closed off, this is going to help you open your heart to love and be more open emotionally. You know, it is really good to use for you Capricorns, especially under pressure. And the interesting thing is not just pressure of work or daily life, but the pressure of water. So if you're a scuba diver or you like to snorkel, or especially scuba diving, if you go down deep in water, it would be good for you to carry this with you because for some reason it alleviates and helps Capricorns with pressure of any kind, but even underwater. It's also going to help give you like the connection to Mother Earth more strongly. You're already an Earth sign, so you're connected to Earth strongly, but it's going to enhance that even more. And it's going to expand a more worldly view in your mind of how you can help people. Now, I had a viewer send me a nice picture of herself wearing, she had gotten a chrysocolla bracelet, the little, round beaded bracelets, because in the, I think it was Aries reading, it was in one of the readings last month that got chrysocolla. And I thought that was a great idea because you can go online and really on eBay and maybe other websites besides eBay, you can get almost any gemstone bracelet anymore. Not just, in the beginning it was only a certain few that they did, but now, and she had a really nice chrysocolla bracelet. So that's a great way to have it on you. And I think this would be a great stone for you all the time, Capricorn, not just for June. But for some reason, it's the stone for you for June. So I want to thank you so much, and I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thanks for watching, and please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell when you do subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And it's that time of year again, Capricorn. Every June, I do a mid-year psychic tarot update for each sign of the zodiac, where I pull an additional 5 cards for you and give you psychic messages and predictions for starting from June of 2019 till the end of the year, the rest of the year till the end of December 31st or 30th, or is it 31? 30 days of September. Yeah, it's 31 days, sorry, of December. So you might be interested in checking them out. I thought they were pretty good. And that link is below this video in the Show More section. And it'll take you to my videos on Vimeo. And you can find that, any sign that you want there on Vimeo. Also, I've also recorded Saturn and Pluto retrograde, psychic tarot and oracle card reading for each sign of the zodiac. We have Saturn and Pluto are retrograde, and they will not go direct. Well, Pluto goes direct last on October 3rd. So I use the Tarot Muka Tarot deck, and the Angels, Gods, and Goddesses Oracle cards. And I thought they came out really well. You might be interested in that. That link is also below this video. A couple other video series I have listed under there if you're interested. I have a career and finance psychic tarot and crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac using the Aquarian tarot deck, and those readings were done by request. I had several people email me and write in comments on Facebook and under the YouTube videos saying, can you do a video series on career and finance? And the last one I did was a little over a year ago. So if you're interested in seeing what's going to come up with your career and your finances, you might want to check those out. I also have past, present, and future psychic tarot readings using the powerful Osha Zen tarot deck. If you haven't checked those out, you might want to see what that's all about. That link is also below this video. And the Jupiter in retrograde psychic tarot and crystal readings using the Jane Lyle Renaissance tarot deck, which were really quick, fast-paced, and to the point. It was the first time I'd used that deck, and I really had great results with it. So I hope you'll check that out. And all of my videos are always available on my website if you want to get them there. Instead of clicking on the links below the videos here, you can go to www.theluckymermaid.com, click on the videos tab on my menu, and there you will see all the video series I have listed for Vimeo. I have over 1,300 videos on Vimeo, and you just click on your sign and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you want to receive psychic predictions and messages that you're not going to see here on YouTube from me and my spirit guides, you can visit me at my two businesses' Facebook pages of The Lucky Mermaid LLC and The Psychic Pastry Chef LLC, and also on Instagram at TheLuckyMermaid_Pam Georgel. So I hope that you have an absolutely joyous and jubilant June, Capricorn, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.